Assalamu alaikum. I am Tanzila Khanam and this is Psychology Basics Intermediate Lectures of Psychology. Today our topic is observational method of research in psychology. Observation means to study carefully the behavior of living organisms and record the information gathered through this examination. Researchers often keep record of these observations. This is called observational method. It is a technique of collecting information about all the aspects of a problem. Researchers in psychology often tape record the different phenomena like parent-child interaction, aggressive behavior of small kids, or the information gathered from passengers on an elevator after some important event. They use these recorded information to understand and analyze human behavior. They record and use this to understand and analyze human behavior. The observational method refers to the method in which the participants and their phenomenon are observed in their most natural settings. But often it takes a long time and effort to wait for the required situations. It is difficult for a researcher to verify his observation because it is not necessary that each time same conditions are present in the same manner. The major problem is here that the observer cannot control the situations and conditions. So he is unable to study the relationship between cause and effect. For example, if a researcher wants to study effects of aggressive behavior, effects of aggressive video games on behavior of children, it is not necessarily the case that children are aggressive due to those games. Maybe they are watching such games because they have aggressive tendencies already. So to overcome this problem, observations can also be conducted while controlling some conditions and irrelevant factors. And observation can be conducted in laboratory. This is called controlled observation. This is also a form of observation. Now we shall see what are the different steps that are taken in observational method of research. Number one is identify the research objective or goal. Number two is making questions and research plan. The third step in conducting observation is selection of data collection method. Then comes the observation, observing. Then these information are recorded, and the final step is the analysis of behavior in the gathered data. If we can understand it with an example, for example, an observer wants to observe aggressive behavior of children. It is his goal, so he will make questions about this topic. Then he observe and record the behavior of children in their natural environment. Then he will analyze in which situations they behave aggressively and how they behaved and how many times they behave in an aggressive manner. So all these things are included in the different steps of observational method. Now we will talk about the types of observational method. There are two major types of scientific observation. Number one is naturalistic observation or natural observation. And number two is controlled observation. First, we will study about the natural observation. As the name indicates, in this method, the observer records the natural events and situations in the exact same manner as they occur. This method is most commonly used in psychology and social sciences. It involves the observation and study of the spontaneous behavior of participants in natural settings. In fact, this type of research is used in the settings where observer has no control over changing the situation. He can only observe the change that is naturally occurring. For example, a botanist can only observe the growth of plants. Similarly, the psychologist observes the human behavior at various places like schools, colleges, markets, homes, etc. The anthropologist Margaret Mead used this method to study the civilization in different cultures. So this is the most commonly used method in social sciences. Two different methods are used in natural observation. Number one is objective observation method. In this method, the events and situations are studied in the exact manner as they are happening in their natural environment, and no interpretation of facts or personal feelings or opinions of the observer are included in it. Objective means what we experience externally through our five senses. No interpretation or opinion is included. The second type is introspective observational method. If you remember, we have discussed introspection in our previous videos. It is the ancient method of natural observation. It refers to the examination and record of one's own mental processes and conscious thoughts and feelings. In introspection, the individual studies his mental processes directly and record them. Wilhelm Wundt, who was the founder of structuralism school of thought in psychology, used this method to analyze conscious states of the individual. Wilhelm Wundt was the same who established the first psychological lab in Germany, and he used the method of introspection there. Titchener also emphasized on his method, but later the proponents of behaviorism totally rejected it because they thought psychology is a science of objective study of stimulus and response relationship. But it is the fact that no one other than the individual himself can study his internal states. So the current age, it is also used side by side of objective observation. Natural observation method is also called field study method because in it the observation is conducted in the natural field of the subject. In field study method, observations can be made by two types, in two ways. Number one, participant observation. And the second one is non-participant observation. In participant observation, the researcher does not show his identity or intention to join the group, and he becomes a member of that group to study the behavior of the individuals. So it is called the participant observation. The observer joins the group under study. And hides his identity. He wins the trust of the group members and then observe their behavior. For example, the study of criminal gangs, beggars, and drug addicts, etc. It is included in this type of participant observation. In non-participant observation, the observer does not hide his identity, but he shows his identity to the group he wants to join. For example, a researcher wants to study the time the kids spend in watching cartoons. So he observed them from within the group, but they know that he is observing them. So it is called the non-participant observation. He does not join the group and observe externally, but the group knows that they are being observed. So it is the non-participant observation. So in these two methods are used in natural observation method. Now we shall see some strength and weaknesses of natural observation. The strengths include the behavior studied in this manner is natural and they are not faking. The results are more valid than controlled observation that is conducted in lab. And the third one is new ideas can be introduced through natural observation. Its scope is wide. A researcher can explore a number of factors in surrounding environment for further investigation. If we talk about weaknesses, here proper training is needed to focus on relevant information, to avoid the wastage of money and time and effort. It works on a micro level. It is another weakness of natural observation. Third one is the information gathered are less reliable due to the lack of control over situations. This is one major weakness of natural observation. And the number 4 is cause and effect relationship cannot be verified. So due to these weaknesses, the second form of observation is used, that is called controlled observation, and that is conducted in the laboratory, and that is the second type of observational method in psychology. Mostly the research is done in a laboratory under systematic and controlled conditions. This is done to observe the relationships between cause and effects in lab under systematic and controlled conditions. And this is done to study cause and effect relationships. We can take one variable as cause and can observe its effects on the other variable. For example, what is the effect of using the multimedia on students' result? Here, use of multimedia is cause and students' result is effect, which can change according to the usage of media. Controlled observation is used in other research methods like experimental method, case history method, and survey method. Like natural observation, there are some advantages and disadvantages of controlled observation. Now we will see them. Advantages include the data collected is structured and analytical. It is less time consuming than natural observation because the observer can create the situation according to his wish, which he is unable to create in natural environment. Its result can be replicated. The major disadvantage of controlled observation is that it lacks validity. Because participants can change their behavior under observation due to the fear of judgment. These were the different types of observational methods of research. These methods are used in various fields successfully, but each method has some limitations too. Now we will discuss the advantages and disadvantages that a researcher has and faces while during the observation method in research. If we talk about the advantages of observational method, of research, they are: number one, this is an easy method. No proper training is required to observe something. Number two, accuracy of observation as observer directly interacts with the object. So this direct interaction is a great advantage of observational method. It observes the events or phenomena without changing it. So they are real and natural. Observation can be conducted with minimum or no cooperation on the part of participants. So effort is saved. If we talk about the disadvantages, as I have discussed earlier, that each method has some limitations too. Number one is, in observation, objective factors are studied, but internal feelings and emotions cannot be understood. So these are ignored. Number two, it needs a lot of energy to conduct research in natural setting, because you have to wait for a phenomenon to occur naturally. It is very time consuming. Only present and current situations are being observed. The past is ignored. So this was observational method of research. Hope you found it helpful. If so, please like and share the video and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.